Alrighty, welcome back. So I was kind of rushed to come on here and do a reading. I think there's going to be a lot of movement coming towards you soon. So we're going to dive in because I didn't even know I was doing a reading tonight, but I think I am. And I was contemplating it, and then the downloads just kind of started, and I think they want me to do it. So the number 13 could be relevant. Let's dive in. The number 6 could also be relevant. There could be something about your daily routine or work or job, or this just could be Virgo-esque topics. Your health could be improving as well. I see you slipping quickly, maybe down like a corridor. Maybe people didn't expect you to kind of do this. There's something about a metaphor of that. It's like slipping through a different portal or a different door than typically most others perhaps would. But yeah, this is for Sag, so let's dive in. I don't know why I'm getting Virgo. We just said Virgo, of course, but regardless, let's move into Sagittarius energy for this reading. You might have Virgo placements though, or something like that. It could be relevant. Sagittarius, people in placements tonight for this late night. Yeah, this could be about contracts, people, relationships, new people coming in for you. There could be a lot of creativity or a newfound sense of creativity. I think you've done a lot of shadow work on your own self-value, your own love of self, your own self-care, Taurus energy, Taurus values. Maybe there's that last supermoon in Taurus, which now we have Uranus retrograding, finishing up a huge long transit in Taurus. I think it's going to be going direct in April 2026 in Gemini again, and I think it'll be there till 2033, but don't quote me on that. So it's a longer transit, right? It's going to be, I think it's like 7 years per, I'm not sure exactly, I can't do the math right now, but regardless, so there's a lot of things wrapping up, a lot of downloads coming through about maybe self-worth or self-value. Sagittarius, what are the messages tonight? Why are we doing this reading? Why was I called to come here? And wow, I mean, need I say more, right? Rocket ships could be relevant as well. And that's funny. As well as trauma bond in the reverse. We have billionaire, get clucked, and trauma bond in the reverse. You are coming into a new timeline. It looks like you've totally like dipped on something, maybe a situation. That corridor kind of feels associated with this card. I think you're really defending yourself. Pink, reds, you could be wearing that more often, or there's something about enjoying life in a richer way. You're taking off, and I think that the world's going to seem like a much smaller place someday for you. So, or it is already. Maybe you're realizing that there's many connections and many ways you can expand. So I think you heeded the warnings or red flags. You could have been dealing with somebody that was quite manipulative, could have been like an emotional manipulator. This could be somebody quite privileged as well. This could be somebody who came from a privileged background, or kind of spoon, what do they say? It's like silver spoon in mouth kind of thing. So maybe this person, like, it's kind of like some people are born into their lives, right? And they have like a lot of wealth at the beginning of their life. Whether they can maintain that and maintain that karma, and whether that is part of their karma, is a different, entirely, different trajectory. Some people are born into nothing and come into something, you know what I mean? And that takes its own lessons. So there's always lessons for all of us. So anyways, Sagittarius, let's get you messages. Oh, got one on the ground. Wow, is that the Knight of Pentacles? Okay, interesting. Interesting. I think you've totally shaken something up. You're preparing to like exit out of like maybe a time loop you've been in. You could be kind of like coming out of your comfort zone. I'm getting all hot and all of a sudden. Maybe I shouldn't have worn the sweats. But it's nighttime. It's evening. What a wonderful day. We get to live another day. Queen of Pentacles in the future position. Yeah, this correlates with billionaire, right? Like this is about taking off in your finances. Billionaire here with the Queen of Pentacles. Like you can see she's making that money. She's making that bag. Cardi B money, right? This is like, sowing the seeds of abundance. And there's something here that's working. Or there could also be a feminine in your work sphere that could be important here that you could be communicating with, or this could be you in more of a professional capacity. Strong earth sign energy for sure, Sag. Yeah, you could be closing out like a certain belief system or somebody who had power over you. This could be another earth sign energy, or this could be like a boss or like a previous position. This could be a previous commitment as well. The Hierophant typically refers to a commitment usually, or people tend to skew the readings that way, right? Especially if you're doing a lot of love readings, Sagittarius, but I'm not seeing anything about love really here. This is about belief systems. This is about And just as we say that, Ace of Cups, of course, eat your words, sucker. But also, Ace of Cups to me is more so about self love and like self nurturance. But yeah, you could have definitely, I mean, it's right under trauma bond in the reverse. So maybe, I mean, true love is not trauma, right? That's not love. That's not a love situation. It shouldn't even be associated as love. That's like a toxic ass, you know, political kind of lesson, karmic, whatever the hell. But I think there is a sense of greater self love for you as well. You could be filling up your own cup, which is only helping it to overflow, really. It allows you to focus on what you need to focus on, right? So, yeah, you're totally like over something, especially if something has like ended or completed in your life. I feel like you're putting the final touches. Um, yeah, I don't know why I'm seeing coal, like Santa. You know how they say that Santa gives coal to like people, so maybe somebody's gonna get coal this Christmas. Maybe they thought they'd be able to like leech off your karma or leech off your energy or come into your life or something like that. But I think that you're like totally not with the shit. And I think for you, you could be like really, if you're a feminine especially, like really nurturing yourself this holiday season. Or you could be getting, there could be something about your look, even just your style, your exuberance, your energy. It's like you're sewing into yourself, and this is just like creating more and more and more and more magnetism, more abundance, more fertility, more wealth. Side note, you could be getting new shoes soon, or you could be considering that. I don't know, just wanted to say it. Like there could be something about shoes, which is coming to mind actually. That I think Eva Green or Eva Green, I don't know how you say her name, but she has a commercial, which is like a shoe commercial. Of course, a lot of celebrities get endorsed, right? But I really liked this commercial, and it was where she was getting on a train and was talking about the shoes, and it was like parallel realities and such. So you might want to check out that commercial if you feel called to it, if you haven't seen it yet. I think I've posted on my channel's post tab a few times, but if I remember, I'll link it in the description. If not, just search like Eva Green. I think it was like I don't remember the brand, but it was a really nice commercial. So yeah, check it out. So there could be a lot of creativity. You could also just be very fertile at this time, like very creative, very much in your element, very much connected to your soul, very empowered. And so like anything you're touching is just like it just bubbles over. It's like, you know, isn't there a story back in the day where they say like the guy touched stuff and it would turn to gold, and everybody's like, oh my god, that's so awesome. But for him, it was like it became to such a point where it was like literally anything he touched would turn to gold. It's just not always sometimes super great, right? Like, so maybe there's something about reining in your own powers and knowing where and when to place it. That could be part of this reading. Like, definitely like boundaries. Um, Being very like slow measured, because Knight of Pentacles is a very slow measured energy. So you could even just be, if this is not about anything else external, this could be about you changing your strategies and methods to long-term security, to long-term abundance, to your relationship to money in all its forms, to self-nurturance, where it starts Taurus, right? We can't plant a seed if we don't feel worthy of planting a seed, right? If we don't feel worthy of investing ourselves, we don't have pleasure in our lives, which is what Taurus rules, right? So yeah, there could be huge shifts in your life though with the Wheel of Fortune there, or at least in your love life, at least as well. You could have been dealing with a player; it doesn't have to be. But I see you quickly moving beyond something as well. There's something about that here. Like once something's over, it's like you finally have the energy, you finally have the focus, you finally have. It's like free and clear. It's like, you know what I mean? So maybe the road has been paved, right? Yeah, confirmation honk. It's like when you're a pioneer and you're going into new territory or something, or you have a plot of land and you want to start to develop it. You have to take steps and you have to like think about what do you want to plant here? How do you want to landscape? Anything else for my beautiful, lovely Sages? You could like that TV show like The Wings, where they eat the hot sauce and the wings. That's funny, just as I say that, Two of Cups. So maybe somebody wants to go out with you or eat with you or like just exchange, or you might be noticing people want to collaborate with you. This could be a feminine figure, doesn't have to be. I'm sorry, I'm just massaging something. I should probably clear my energy. Alrighty, that's better. Okay, anyways. Yeah, there's something about releasing yourself. Release me. I don't know if you're releasing a King of Wands or you've released yourself, or maybe you've released something and that's why the energy is free and clear. Let's continue. Sagittarius. Yeah, anything that was like pulling you away from your confidence, like you were transitioning from like this Queen of Wands, which she's great, right? Queen of Wands represents an Aries, or could be an Aries. Could be an Aries involved here for some reason. I said that. An Aries, Leo, or Sag, but with it sideways, with the King of Wands sideways as well, this could be like you matching with somebody, but not in a good way. Like maybe you both are extremely impulsive or something. And then the Queen of Pentacles upright really means coming into more abundance and stability and strength long term. Yeah, something could have been hidden to you as well. There could have been a lot of illusions regarding a Taurus. Doesn't have to be or your money. But I think there's something that, or your intuition alerted you to something. Or there could be things that are being kept under wraps on purpose right now as well, especially if you are dropping a lot of burdens, which it looks like you are. This could be like work positions. This could be like non-confidentiality agreements or something like that. This could just be you. Um, dropping something, really not investing in something, but also keeping the fact of this hidden, right? Not telling anybody what you got going on. I always find that's the best, right? Like, don't tell anybody anything. Like, nobody, honestly. Like, there's something so magical about the void, about the mystery, about you doing you without any kind of, other. It's like art, right? Like, if you have like an artist, if you have an artist doing her own painting, let's say, but then she starts collaborating with another artist, that's not bad. Of course, they can like collaborate on songs and such, and it creates a beautiful masterpiece. But it is going to be different than if you did it yourself. And it all depends on the work. What are you creating right now? Have you collaborated like on all of your entire album? Maybe it's time to do like a solo album where you're like delving into like deeper music or maybe deeper lyrics or something like that. Versus, you know what I mean? Like, not that you can't be deep with others, but there is times for seasons for on and off, seasons for off, seasons for collaborating with others, and seasons for doing it alone or for collaborating with different people, right? So, I don't know. Maybe you're into music or something. I'm seeing like that kind of stuff. So, like records. I don't know. This could be like with record deals, like who you're dealing with, right? When you come into, when you're building your career, do you do it like Elvis was a great movie because it really shows how the industry was so corrupt and maybe still is. Like when you make the wrong choices, when you collaborate with the wrong people, right? Um, someone's watching you as well. Come into like a lot of independence with the Knight of Pentacles here. Um, you could also be studying about your own finances. Like you could be budgeting or thinking about what do you want finances for? What do you want your long term or just a goal? You could just be like developing some kind of goal in general. Like I want to have this much money saved or whatever. Um, yeah, you're totally dropping anything that's caused any kind of level of confusion or options. I feel like you're getting clear. There's almost something about like becoming more clear. Like yes, you can have like every when you go shopping, you can have any product off the shelf, right? But you take your time. You take your time to decide what you need. What do you personally like? Just because it's so interesting to see what other people buy sometimes, or what assumptions they may make on what you're buying, right? So it's just interesting sometimes. I mean, you can tell people's lifestyles almost or their values through what they're buying, right? Like, so yeah, I heard Lover Girl era is over, so which is funny because it's right under Get Fucked, so I guess that makes sense. Like, maybe I'm seeing Sandy from like Greece, so maybe you were like a very kind of like kind, diplomatic, gentle, and then remember at the end of the movie where she turns into like a baddie, right? Like at the end of the movie. So maybe there's something about that. Like she knew her worth at the end of that movie, right? Like in the beginning, she was like dealing with Zuko's bullshit or whatever. Like he was with all his friends and he thought he was the catch or something. At the end of the movie, we're like, who's a Zuko loser? Like, he's just a footballer. I don't know. Sorry. Anything else for Sag? Um, someone could have wanted to like hold on to you, side note, or return. We are in like retrograde season, right? So this could be a Leo, doesn't have to be. This is someone broke though. That's why they want to return. So I wouldn't. This person's energy. They created their own reality. I'm seeing what's in it like Hogwarts? Harry Potter. Like the dark. Isn't it called like the Phoenix or something? It's not the name of the like the coven or like they made like a revolution. They were revolting against Voldemort and they created this secret little like society to harbor plans or something and before Harry's birth or whatever like that. And that's why Order of the Phoenix. I think it's Order of the Phoenix. So maybe there's something about that or like finding like-minded people or collaborators to create the changes you want to see, or the people that have the same projects or just goals. Doesn't have to be overthrowing the entire government, of course, but God forbid. But at times that is definitely fucking needed in this day and age, is it not? Yes, it the hell is. Especially as we approach, we don't want to see the 1940s play out again. Like, good God, what the helly, what the helly. So yeah, we do need to like have our voices heard for sure. But anyways, I'm sure they're gonna suppress it. I'm just kidding. I don't like to like spew negativity. I I don't like to be like pessimistic. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like God is with me. Amen. Um, there's a lot of clarity. Somebody might want to communicate with you, but I think you already see this person pretty clearly. It looks like so. I feel like this person might even want to just communicate just to see what you got going on, kind of energy too. So just be aware. They might want to communicate love, but I'm not really seeing a lot of like. There's no cups. The only cups was the feminine, which is you if you're the woman watching. So Ace of Cups, that could be you, which it is. Ace like I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe somebody only loves you because you love yourself. What kind of love is that? You know what I mean? Like, you didn't love me until I decided I didn't want you. Like, what's the deal? The only other cups I saw was Seven of Cups. Yes, we have the Two of Cups, but that's right beside the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm not seeing any mature cards alongside it. So clarify some more for Sag. Yeah, someone's in denial or has been in denial for a long time. This could have caused some kind of heartbreak here already. This person could have wanted you in denial as well, wanted to keep you in denial. Maybe it was like doing some kind of silent treatment, passive aggressive tendencies or tactics or something. So I think you already see this person clearly, honestly. I think you might have been in denial about them for some time, but you're not anymore. So yeah, you're closing a cycle out, and this is reversing karma. So that's why this person wants to enter your life. So anything else for my beautiful Sag before we close out this reading? Yeah, let it go was showing up. The first card message out was let it go, right? Let the relationship go. There could be something about finding better people, or just like people that are more. I heard approachable, so maybe somebody here is not even like doesn't even have the basic decency, common courtesy, basic skills like this. You know, I'm just saying, like this could be somebody so inept. Losing hope in them was the best thing ever. First card out, first message out, right on top of the Five of Pentacles with the denial. Somebody's in denial that they're broke. Somebody's in denial that they've been operating in a pessimistic mindset. But you're not. You know what I mean? You see this person clearly. And now that the tides are turning, suddenly they want your help. Were they around when you needed their help, though, is my question, my concern. Not that you ever like needed their help, not that we ever need anybody else but God, but like, what is this? What's the motives here is my question. God is always with you, so you're always abundant. Stepping through a portal, yeah. We started this reading with saying it's like you're going off a side road and you just slip away. It's like everybody thought you were gonna go right, but you went left. What the hell? Like nobody saw this. Everybody goes right. Everybody goes right, but you go left. You know what I mean? Like there's something about that. Maybe taking off road, maybe you're going off grid, you know? Sacrifice is sacred. Finish the piece of art. So you've got to wrap something up. You've got to put that final culmination. You got to sign your name. You got to say, you know what, this chapter of my life is done. You know, that was me then, that was then. But it's not now. It's not in the future. And it's not, you ever talk to someone you haven't talked to in like 5-10 years? It's just crazy, especially if you're a person who changes a lot. It's just going to be fucking like, it's like I don't even understand who you are. I don't even understand you anymore. Like I don't even understand the reality that you're operating in. Cause that reality for me was like 40 levels ago. You know what I mean? Like I'm already like we're on game 3. Like Skyrim, I don't know how many freaking video games I have of that thing, but like I'm already on the latest, buddy. Like what are you doing? Meanwhile, they're just like rerunning like you know, the first game or something like that. Don't fight for people that would never fight for you. Right? So have they even caused fights to you on purpose? Are they the type of person that's tried to take or control you through their own bullshit and they just spew their own fights? I mean, anyways, it's their own mindset, you know. Planning to drug you in your drink/food. So do be aware. I wouldn't go out with somebody right now. I wouldn't even go out with this person for dinner. I wouldn't go out with them anywhere. I wouldn't go out with them for a drink because this person could slip something in your drink. Could be like a date rape drug. I think this person might want revenge or might want to hurt you or harm you. It's reminding me of that TikTok where the girl like got drugged and like she woke up without teeth and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking wild. Distraction doesn't love you. Power playing. So this is just a distraction. So you're telling this to hit the hay. You're closing out a karmic cycle. You're breaking these chains off. The trauma bond is over. Capiche? 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 Blocking equals ascension. So that is what you have to do. It's not like, oh, you know, maybe someday this cycle will close out. No, you decide to close that motherfucking cycle out. Sorry, I've got to get check my food soon. We're gonna wrap this up. It says you showed up to him setting up your trap. That's crazy. Imagine being like the hunted prey, like an elk or something, and seeing a hunter setting himself up to shoot you. They're in purgatory, which is where they fucking belong. You know what I mean? It's okay to change. That's what I'm saying. You've already changed. You already like the, you know, you already released 6 albums since this person or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, why are you still replaying 2013? Not, I love old music, so I can't even shit talk. But at the same time, I like it for now. Like, I'm not trying to relive the past. I like it. I like to like take old things. It's like recycling shit. Wants to make you guilty because they're guilty. They're in bad karma. I literally saw it. As you close the cycle out, world, justice in the reverse. The scales are tipped. I'm seeing like the movie Pan's Labyrinth. It says territorial. It could be somebody who doesn't even like you or appreciate you. They just don't want anybody else to have you. And they won't treat you right. That's called jail. That's called Stockholm syndrome. I gotta get the food. Just wants to hold on to their side chick. I mean, why do you want to deal with somebody like that? A, and B, ew. The frick? Only deal with yourself right now. Sorry if you hear the beeping. Don't be too friendly. Protect your energy. Don't have sex with anyone. Your energy is yours. So this person could be trying to hook into your energy, or like it's going to try to like talk to you and find out what you got going on. So I would block. Honestly, I just block everybody. Block the roster, block the phone, call the cops, or call your spirit team. Like, be like, dear God, do not even allow them to even think that they can come near me. And if they do, give them a heart attack on the way. You know what I mean? Stronger than ever. Psychic gifts upgrade, and it says Rohini. Rohini. This is somebody with Taurus placements. Okay. No offense to like Taurus placements, but Rohinis tend to have third parties. If you check out the YouTube themes that play out in Rohini Nakshatra, there tends to be always a third party. There's a great YouTuber, I think his name's like Durcio, and he writes like a whole analysis on these people's lives. No offense. Spiritual, and it's because Rohinis are associated with the moon. They want that attention, they want that love, so you're always going to have a lot of third parties involved. It says spiritual cleansing is like hygiene, showering, teeth brushing, do it. Yeah, so spiritual cleansing, grounding your energy, praying constantly every day as soon as you wake up, every moment, constantly being grateful, constantly giving gratitude prayers, constantly reaffirming protection. So it says wanted to put you in a difficult situation. I'm going to end it there. Continue to maintain your stability because this person's jealous of it and they just want to thwart it. So I wouldn't even entertain them. I block the number. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit like, subscribe, and get a personal through the Buy Me a Coffee link or leave a tip through there. Best of luck. Take care.